kid, it's the 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 kid. Let's talk tactics. Welcome to the Tactical Snack, where your boy Adrian goes right deep inside the whole tactical breakdown. So this is just reflecting on Chelsea game against Brighton and just picking up a few things. You know, this is a Tactical Snack series where you'll be seeing some of the stuff on the YouTube channel and some of the stuff on the Patreon channel as well. But let's just focus right now on this Chelsea Tactical Snack. So what's the main talking points? I have Barkley and our two friends over here, Willian and Pedro, and Alonso too. We did well, really. So quite a few, but I think the main focus is going to definitely be on Barkley and the two wide men here. So off the jump already, and this is what I even said in my post-match analysis, is the midfield is a very, very important aspect. You know, anybody who's played midfield in school and everything will know how important it is to be in synergy and to be in sync with your fellow midfielders. You see, Barkley's strongest role is here. What Barkley likes to do, and this is what he played with while he was at Everton, was at the top of the key. So he likes to drive forward with the ball and hit it, driving forward with the ball. But if you're in the minefield and in the trenches of the sense of the pitch, which is over here, so not in the final third, but you have to do a lot of your work over here. This is like your main heat map. You have to protect the ball. It has to be one touch, and you have to have great vision. Something that Jorginho has brilliantly well. Hence why with Jorginho, he knows how to utilize the ball. He's been tutored in the Sarri school of knowing how to keep that ball moving. Keep that ball moving, because in the midfield, you don't have a lot of time on the ball, and it's very important that you keep on recycling the ball. So Barkley already unsettles that by him being here, because if you're in this area, there is a particular, I call it the Javi school of thinking, the Javi school or the PL school. But I think Javi is the best example. You have to have a Javi state of mind where the ball has to be moving and you cannot lose the ball. You cannot hesitate. Barkley hesitates so many times. Sometimes he'll do one touch here and there, but more times than not, he's hesitant. He's thinking too much, and you could just see that he doesn't feel natural or at ease in this position. Hence why, if either you play him here, or you don't put him in the team, but he can't play here because I think Mount has held this place down. And when Loftus-Cheek comes, Loftus-Cheek will hold that place down, and then there'll be a lot of thinking happening. Wide men. So I think, you know, in the game as well, you know, what you saw was why I think there's an argument for Pulisic, and the whole point was you have to get Pulisic and Hudson-Odoi up in that. Get Pulisic and Hudson-Odoi up in that, because the issue you have here is So what you really want from there are two things you want from your wide men: traditional or new school. And what I mean by that, if it's traditional, I need you to get to the byline and cross the ball for Tammy. That's the traditional. But if you're in the modern state of mind, then you're playing as an inside forward, an inverted forward. You need to be able to cut in and be effective when you cut in and take the shots. That is a whole Robin view. If you're the Ribery, you're the traditional. If you're the Robin, you're the more modern. But the issue we have here is these dudes are not very effective when they cut in on the inside. They are not very productive. So if you're not really providing cheddar for either Tammy or an onrushing Mount, if you're not really getting to the byline, and if you're not really providing enough shots, but specifically enough goals, let's just be real. Look at Salah and Mane. That's how they play. They play as inside forwards, and you look at the amount of goals that they're getting. So if you're not giving me goals by playing like this, i.e. cutting in and being at the diagonal, of what use are you really? That's just me being real. If you're traditional, I need to see those assists. If you're modern, I need to see those G's. It's as simple as that. And we come to another huge problem, which is the wing backs here. Now, Alonso can't get to the byline. He can somewhat, but when he gets to the byline, he doesn't have the sharpness or the guile or the technical ability to bamboozle and fool the defender and get his cross off, or rather get a good look for a cross off. But what Alonso is good at, apart from being trashed defensively and being a brick, is he's good at within the cross from deep. And you saw how he almost gave a great goal for Pedro where he was able to go that. I think it was either for Pedro Mount, but I think it was Pedro or was it Mount? Nice ball across because watch Alonso is very good. Alonso is it may shock you for me to say this, he's actually a very good footballer. He's actually a pretty damn good footballer from his Fiorentina days. It's just that you just need to understand the system in which to play him. He worked very well under Conte's system, was horrendous under Sarri's system. So I think if he focuses on crosses from deep, but specifically if he can do what Marcelo does, where don't be afraid to actually come in and actually come into the center and be much more free within your movement. Don't restrict yourself by being with the balance because you obviously don't have that kind of Danny Carvajal, Robertson, Trent, Alexandro thing of where you can really surge through with good ball control, with some dribbling upon you and get a cross off. You can't do that. So you cross from deep or you come in from diagonal and look for either Tammy or Mount to give you a layoff to come in from the middle and try and get a shot off. Keep things sexy. And this is why Reece James is needed. Chelsea don't have anything here. This doesn't exist, and this is a problem. This is 2019. In 2019, you need this. This is essentially it. 2019, you need this and you need that. That's why are Liverpool so powerful? Why are teams like Barcelona so powerful? Why are Real Madrid so powerful? Why were Real Madrid so powerful back in the day? Your boy Danny Carvajal and your boy Marcelo and Danny Carvajal were in getting Real Madrid those three clacks. So to get those three clacks, I need this. This is crucial. And I just feel that with Alonso, you can sort of get away with it. Emerson can sort of, versus Piliqueta, I think an executive decision has to be made. Strip him of the captaincy and you usher in Reece James into the team. That has to happen. Because as Piliqueta, how good is he defensively really? And if you're not popping off the defensively and you can offer nothing from beating your man, getting a cross from the byline and really offering this, which Trippier is doing very well for Atletico, if you can't offer that, that's especially if you're an attacking team. If this was a pragmatic team, all right, I get it. Then you can get away with that, coming in here and maybe getting across from deep. But if you're an attacking team, that Lampard's team is, you need this. You need this crack cocaine. You need to sniff this crack cocaine. Okay, I don't mean to be rude, but you need to sniff that glue. If you don't sniff that glue, which is this glue and that glue, you can't ride. Okay, so this is all about riding. So look. Lampard has to make his decision. Of course, he'll make his decision and everything, but specific things have to be done. I think I think tomorrow is holding down his place, and right now it's about who partners tomorrow in that defense. But this is the tactical snack. So the tactical snack is that I try and tutor people in so figuring out issues within teams and laying it down. Right. So. What have we learned today, kids? Is midfield is very key. Kovacic has to play in this midfield. We're doing that once Kante is fit, Kante bodies that midfield. So once Kante comes, everyone move aside. So when everyone is fit, that is Kante and Jorginho, and then Kovacic is who comes in to try and now come in and replace either a Jorginho or a Kante, depending on tiredness and so forth. But that is very important. I told you, I call them Pedrian. See, this link up is money. This link up is money. I think Mount is doing a great job interpreting this role, coming out wide, coming in and really running with the ball and carrying the ball very well and offering and understanding a very direct understanding with a lot of running, link up with your boy Tammy. But the reason why the Hudson-Odoi and Pulisic thing is key is because Chelsea finally can actually move the ball out wide. See, for me, I'm actually a fan of bunching up. You see, if I was manager of a team, I like to go through the center of the pitch, basically like how Barcelona play, or like how Dortmund played, or how basically Klopp's view, Pep's view. That kind of view, that's how I prefer to play. I little short passes into the center of the pitch. And if you're wide, don't do a useless cross. Actually try and cut the ball back or move the ball down on ground or look for a man to pass to. So, but the thing about it is that you have to look at the players you have, the best players you have, what are their attributes? The attributes of a Hudson or Odoi And the politic is that they can get down here. And what this does is that you already have Mounts providing for Tammy. And once Kanti plays, you already have a Kanti who can also provide as well. So you now have the threat in the center, and you also have a threat out wide if you have a Pulisic and a Hudson Odoi in there, because these are guys who can get down there, get across in there, and they can also hustle up in the middle. But that is a part of the game that they will learn to develop. And once they develop well, I can go on the outside, I can go on the inside, I can play that 1-2, 1-off, I can take my man on, I can go a 1-on-1, beat my man for a 1-on-1, hit the cross, or even stand my man up, get a cross above him, around him, then boom, monetary. So that is one has to. I think Lampard has to really look at his team. Got to really look at as play. I think the big decision, which I don't think he'll make, but if I was manager, is strip Azpilicueta of the captaincy, instill Reece James in there, and actually have a right back that can actually play as a right wing back, which is what is needed. Because if you're an attacking team, you must. This isn't up for negotiation. If you're an attacking team, you have to have wing backs who can get to the byline. Dynamic wing backs, they are a necessity if you're an attacking team. Lampard, you're an attacking team. Make that decision. Peace out. Stay true. Stay real. Remember, guys, in the description box below, join up for the Patreon for more vids like this, as along with other beautiful extra content. Peace out. Stay true. Stay real. Support your boy HH and become a patron. Click in the description box below and gain extra content based on the tier of patronage you acquire. Click on the description box below to learn more. Thanks for your support. Peace out.